What up, y'all? I don't know what's up with DJ Clark Kent, but he said that Dr. Dre's The Chronic isn't a classic album. Has he lost his mother freaking mind? Now I don't know if this is because he on the East Coast. You know, he produced for Biggie, for Jay-Z. I don't know if it's some biasness there because he's from New York and he represent New York. I don't know. But to say that's not a classic album is freaking ridiculous. That might be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Let's see if we can get audio of this. This is freaking crazy. Hold on. Where? Can we? Okay, here you go. If you look at every album that you think is a classic album, DJ Clark Kent began, like the real classics, the NWA's, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg's first album, A Tribe Called Quest, Slick Rick's album. I can't put The Chronic before I put Snoop Dogg's first album. What? Snoop Dogg's album is better than The Chronic. It definitely is. That's not even a question. It is a question. He continued. What I'm saying is if you take a second and listen to all of those albums, Reasonable Doubt, Life After Death, Ready to Die, they're the same album. All those albums do the same thing. They hold you in the middle. They hug you. And they end. That's what classic albums do. But you got to have great songs that make that thing happen. If you don't, you'll get one song that doesn't hit properly. You done took yourself out of the classic thing, because if you can skip, you ain't got a classic. That's why I won't say The Chronic is a classic, because I skip High Powered featuring RBX. Now, I will say this. Out of that whole album, High Powered is the weakest song on the album. I can admit that. I can admit that. Let's look at every track on this album. The Chronic intro, great. F with Dre Day, great. Let Me Ride, great. The Day the N-words took over, great. Nothing But a G Thing, D's Nuts, Lil Ghetto Boy, an N-word with a gun, Rat-a-tat-tat, the 20-sack pyramid, Lyrical Gangbang, High Powered, Doctor's Office, Get Stranded on Death Row, The Roach, BITCHES, Ain't Ish. You know, I try not to cuss. So just because, again, let me finish saying this. High Powered is the weakest song on the album. No, I'm not, I get that. I'm not mad at that. But just because that album may not be the best song on the album, it's not a classic, that's nuts. The production on this album is some of the greatest production in the history of rap music, bro. Are you kidding me? And no, Snoop Dogg's album is not better than The Chronic. For you to say that's not even a question, it is a question. Are you freaking nuts? You are freaking crazy, dude. What the heck is... Wow. That's crazy. I can't put The Chronic before I put Snoop Dogg's first album. Snoop Dogg's album is better than The Chronic. It definitely is. That's not even a question. I honestly, with all due respect to DJ Clark Kent, blah, blah, blah. With all due respect to DJ Clark Kent, that is just blasphemous, bro. To say that The Chronic isn't a classic, that just takes away your credibility to speak on hip hop. I'm sorry, man. And you've done some great things, but come on, bro. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Just because you skip one song doesn't mean it's not a classic album, bro. Let's look at Life After Death. Because there's a song I skipped on Life After Death. There's a song I skipped. Where that song at? By the way, the last three songs, To End, Life After Death, My Downfall, Long Kiss Goodnight, You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You. Those might be the greatest songs to end the album ever. I didn't like Nasty Boy on Ready to Die. I didn't like Another with Lil Kim. I think those are those are only two songs I did not like. I hated Nasty Boy and Another. I just Player Hater is cool. Player Hater is cool. Not my favorite song in the world, but Nasty Boy and Another with Lil Kim, not that great of a song to me. That's just my opinion. But does that mean it's not a classic? No. Clark Kent, are you freaking crazy, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all let me know. I cannot believe I'm asking y'all this question. Is The Chronic a classic album? I know everybody's going to say yes. It's probably going to be that one person who just want to be different and agree with Clark Kent, but nobody. I've never met anybody. I've never seen anybody say that The Chronic is not a classic album. DJ Clark Kent, maybe you getting old and that arthritis is kicking in, that memory loss kicking in. I don't know, but bruh, I say arthritis. Clark Kent, you are 1000% incorrect, bro. That's blasphemous, dude. That's blasphemous.